But I was still surprised that they scored so high on their test because we know how those standardized tests can be. They're challenging for the kids. But yeah, when it came to the writing, they were going. So I gave it a go because my other colleague was the one that was like, you should give it a try. I just picked out a random game, gave them the code, and just kind of went with it. And I think what kept bringing me back was their engagement, like how much they loved it. And they just wanted to keep writing and writing and writing. They didn't want it to end.
And were you always happy with the quality of what they were writing? Or was it like, as long as they've got the energy and momentum?
Yeah, I think that first, where they were looking forward to writing. And then as each time, it's like, okay, well, this time, let's focus on adding in those sensory details or that figurative language. Or let's start with, we say like bang in beginning or bold beginning, and just trying to make it better and spruce it up, make it stronger instead of better, make their writing stronger.
And how have you found the kids' appetite for that advice as you go on?
Yeah, they do it. And I'll point out so-and-so added in a simile or so-and-so used some really good description here. And that's when I give out the little Biscoglio box. And that keeps them going.
And so tell me about your narrative scores.
I even got a compliment from the superintendent. He was like, your scores were really good last year. A lot of them came prepared, but everything that we did, they took it and ran with it. And they were very receptive to everything that we were doing. And they took a lot of pride in their work. But I was still surprised that they scored so high on their test because we know how those standardized tests can be. They're challenging for the kids. But yeah, when it came to the writing, they were going.
That's amazing.
So yeah, 5th grade, we actually scored, this is the Palato alone, we scored above the state in narrative writing, which is huge for us, and way above. Sorry, district, but we scored way above the district as well. That's evidence. These are things that the district wants to say by using these programs like Frankenstories. They want to see that concrete evidence. And I really do think, I was doing it every week. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, okay.
As a method, how are you using Frankenstories in amongst all of your other teaching and with this class? Like, what was your rhythm?
The students would always look forward to Frankenstory Friday. So like in my mind, I was like, okay, I can do this every Friday. This is giving them something to look forward to. And I'll just base the game, since there's so many options and so many prompts, and it goes with every kind, there's every kind of writing on there. So whatever it was that we were focusing on that week or that marking period, I'll just pick something that goes along with that. And going over the prompt ahead of time, reading through the round so they know what's expected at each round, and giving them some time to plan ahead so that they might get stumped or they might run out of time, but at least like they know what the expectation is. And I think for other teachers, they just need to try something new. We get so set in our ways, but it's good for us. It's good for the students that we're in front of. Just give it a go and then kind of go from there, and then do your own research, see what's going to work for the group of students that are in front of you.
And I think that's a key thing. Did you think it worked for you from the beginning, or did you have a rough start?
I think it worked for me from the beginning. I do. There were some, like Fridays would come and the kids would say, are we doing this today? I'm like, oh, I didn't factor that into my plan because I would forget. And I'm like, all right, but I promise you, we will do it next week, or we'll do it on Monday. We'll do it at some point. And even doing it as a center activity, I found I did that a few times last year as well. So while I'm doing small group or reading with a group, then there's a group of like 6 or 7 kids working on that prompt that I assigned. And then I just have to check in.
We love Frankie!
Yay!